In my last video, I took 30 minutes to come to a very important conclusion. The video is called, Is Christianity Growing or Dying? And I came to the conclusion that Christianity is growing. If you want to see how, you can view the video. I will link it in the description below. If you feel so obliged to comment on the video, please watch the video in its entirety. I will know if you did not, just by the way that you comment. So please watch the video in its entirety if you are going to comment. Remember, my conclusion was based solely on secular numbers, and I came up with the conclusion that Christianity is growing, not dying. In this video, we will be talking about why I argue for the existence of God. It is really quite simple. I know He exists. It's not a matter of I want Him to exist. It's a matter of I know He does. So I am just really looking for the best convincing argument. There are a lot of arguments out there for the existence of God, but none of them have been convincing enough to get science to admit to His existence. So I am looking for one that is that convincing. And when I say science, I mean mainstream science. I am trying to get mainstream science to admit to the existence of God. So, that's it. I argue for the existence of God because I know He exists. But we are going to get into deeper reasons as to why I believe that He exists, or rather know He exists, later on in this video. Okay. One of the main reasons I argue for the existence of God is because of the finite complexity of life. Not just the complexity of life, but the finite complexity of life. And when I say finite complexity of life, I mean, as in, I think if evolution was entirely true, life would be more complex than it is. And the reason I say that is because of the first two, is because of the fact that evolution is very random in its process. I realize that there is a non-random element to evolution, but the other two elements to evolution are indeed random. So, just seems like to me, life would be more complex without God, if there was any life at all without God. And if there was any life without God, it would probably be based on more than one element. So, I argue for the existence of God based on the fine-tuning of the universe and the seemingly design of everything. Because everything seems to be designed, I argue for the existence of God, because if things weren't the way they were, we wouldn't be here. So, just seems like to me there's a hand guiding it all. Some physicists have referred to this as a hidden law of physics that allows things to end up the way they have ended up. I don't think it's a hidden law of physics. I think it's God. But that's just my opinion, right? Well, we'll find out, won't we? That's really about it. Another one of the reasons I believe in what I believe is because my belief in God, or whether my religion and of Christianity, and my belief in Christianity, has helped me through many struggles in my life. And I think that is a good benefit of my beliefs. So, there you have it. Those are the reasons why I argue for the existence of God. And by the way, I really need a scientific reason to continue to be a believer in Christianity, because if I don't have a scientific reason, I see no reason to be a believer. And right now, organizations like Reasons to Believe are really providing me with all the scientific reasons I need to remain a Christian. And contrary to popular opinion, they do not use pseudoscience. They use real science there. It's real science. They use the scientific method that makes it real science. It may not be mainstream, but it's real science nonetheless. So I listen to Reasons to Believe so that I have a reason to believe. And that's why I have remained a Christian.